Hey YouTube land, well if you're a beginner and just getting into drones and you want to buy your first drone, well then this is the video for you because I'm going to try to make it really quick and go through this really fast. I get asked this question every day and that's why I'm making this video, because it's very difficult for me to write in an email back and forth saying, well, there's these drones, what do you want to use it for? I know you want to buy a drone, how much do you want to spend? So this video's not going to cover all that, but I'm just going to show you drones that I think are appropriate for beginners, which are people just starting to get into drones. So your first drone, in my opinion, should be one that doesn't cause you any problems, has a pretty good camera, and a good flight time, and overall you get a pretty good experience, and the quality of the drone itself is not bad for the price you pay. Now, speaking of price, expect to pay for your first drone, unless you want to buy a really good one. But a lot of the ones I'm going to show you today, these are, perfect for beginners, people just wanting to get into the sport. These will cost you $200 US and all the way down below $100 US. So you decide which one you want to get. The more you spend, the more features you get, the better the camera, so on and so forth. So these drones all have one thing in common, and that is they are all GPS drones. Yes, GPS is the greatest thing when it comes to drones because your drone will take off, just sit in the air. No, don't fly them indoors. It's outdoors because GPS only works outdoors. So your drone takes off, it just sits there in the air and it waits for you with your little controller to go, do I want to go forward, backwards, up, down, sideways? It will just do what you want it to do without flying all over the place and now you're in a panic. It will just sit there. The great thing about GPS drones also is if you start to go a little wonky, you can just hit the return to home button and your drone will come back and land right where it took off. Hey, that's pretty cool. The next thing with these drones, they have cameras. Cameras are pretty good. They're all like 1080p cameras and the quality is not so bad. I won't say it's fantastic, I'll just say it's not so bad. Only one of them that I'm going to show you has a gimbal. The other ones don't have gimbal, so if you're flying your drone around and you're in the wind and it's doing this, well, your image is going to look like that. But other than that, they're pretty good drones. So with all that said, these are the drones I personally believe would be good for someone who is a beginner and getting into drones. Now, below this video, I'm going to put a link to the actual review of the drone that I did last year or earlier this year, and you can check out that review, and below that review you'll see a link to where you can actually buy the drone itself. And like I said, these drones are all over the map for price, so check all the prices, and if you don't find a good price, check Amazon, and if you don't find a good price on Amazon, check eBay. You'll find it someplace, or check your local hobby store. Anyways, here we go with the first drone. Whoa, back up! Before I get into showing you the actual drones, there's one very important thing I forgot to mention, and that is that all of these drones come with a controller. A controller or a radio is something you put in your hands and you move the joysticks to fly it. That's great, except if you want to see what your camera sees and you want to use all the cool options like follow me and all these other cool things like circle me and all these neat features, waypoints that these drones have, you're going to have to use an app on your phone. Do I have a phone? Yes, I have a phone right here. So there's my phone right here, and on here you would put an app and you would attach this to your controller, and you'd see what your drone sees. Now, the problem a lot of people have is that they have really crappy phones. Yes, you have those really crappy, useless phones. A crappy, useless phone is one that probably cost the manufacturer next to no money to make, and you got it for free in a cereal box. So if your phone does not have the Wi-Fi protocol 802.11 AC, I probably wrote that below here. If it doesn't have that protocol, well, you can't really fly a lot of the modern day drones because that protocol is a Wi-Fi protocol and that's what the drones require. Anyways, on with my little video. All right, these drones are in no particular order. Here's the first drone. This is a JJRC X7. It comes in white or black. And it's a really good drone. It has brushless motors. Let me just put it over here so my camera can get it. So it has brushless motors. It actually has a long flight time, over 20 minutes of flight time. And of course, with GPS and everything else, it has all the great features you'd use, like follow me, waypoints, circle me mode, and I think it has a few other cool little things. And I think the camera even moves, if I remember correctly, moves up and down. Check the link below, check out this here drone, and see if it's the one for you. Next drone. SJRC Z5. This thing here is a pretty cool drone because it doesn't weigh a lot. You know, I think it's under 250 grams, which is pretty cool. And it's a foldable drone, and it has a decent camera on it, and it's GPS, and it does a lot of cool flight modes. So yeah, check this one out. Not very expensive for this drone, has a lot of good reviews, and I think you would like it. Oh, I always forget to put my little Captain drone. I'll never remember who I am without this. There we go. Ah, you can't even see it. Who cares? All right, so the next drone is the Holystone HS700. This one here I reviewed a long time ago. They sell a lot of these because people really like them. Let me put it over here so you can actually see what it looks like. So this is the Holystone. Man, it's a big box. It's a really good drone. GPS, long flight time. I think the flight time is about 20 minutes. It comes with a lot of cool stuff inside. They really pack this box with a lot of cool stuff. This is one of those drones where it's not foldable. The camera hangs below, so you get a little 1080p camera below. And if you want, you can replace that camera with a GoPro or something else. But there you go, the Holystone HS700. Really good drone. Next, we have a very popular drone in the year 2019. You know, this drone became so popular. Let me put it here so you can actually see it on the box. This drone, the Heron, became so popular that it originally sold for like $120. Then it went up to like $150, then $160. Now they're selling this for like $200. It might be under $200, but close to it. It's because it's so popular and they can't meet the demand. Everybody wants one. This thing here actually has a 2-axis gimbal, so your camera image is 1080p, but it's very stable. Even in the wind, it's pretty good. Has a long flight time. It uses GPS outdoors like all these other drones, but unlike a lot of those other drones, it can fly indoors because it has sensors on the bottom to actually see the ground and keep itself in position just like it was outside with GPS. So it's a very good drone at a very low price. And yeah, I had a lot of good times with this drone. So hey, check it out. Next drone, this one here I think is pretty inexpensive. It's an Eachine drone and it's called the ES11S. Let me just put it down here. This drone is larger than a DJI Mavic Air, but it looks just like a DJI Mavic Air. It's a foldable drone. It does have GPS. The camera can move up and down. It has everything you'd want. It has return to home with GPS, follow me, waypoints. It has a pile of other stuff. I can't remember. All right, for this next drone, put on your sunglasses. Everybody look away for a second because here it is. It's extremely bright and shiny. This is the, what is it called? Yeah, the SJRC F11. This thing here, when it came out, a lot of attention was given to this here drone because it's like they said, let's make a drone and let's make it high quality. So this drone, when you put it in your hands, you unfold it, it's a foldable drone, you feel it, it feels really high quality. And when it flies, you actually think you're flying a drone that costs, you know, like maybe 4 times as much as this thing. It flies really well. Now, it has other features on it that work, and I had a problem with one of the features on this thing because I use an Android phone, so I don't know if they fixed that. But anyways, all in all, a lot of people are happy with it, so I haven't heard anybody complaining to me saying, what the heck? A lot of people have enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, people usually write below this video for this thing and always tell me how great this drone is. So I have to take it that it is great. I enjoyed it, and I flew it in sub-zero temperatures and it flew well. So anyways, this is a really good drone. It has brushless motors and it's got the GPS and all the other bells and whistles on it. It's really good and it's not that expensive and it's really made well. Now this next drone is the drone I recommend to everybody who is starting out for their very first time with a drone. So in other words, it's easy to fly and it won't break in a million pieces if you crash it, and it's really good overall. So it is this one. Look at that, there's a label on it. Hang on a second. It's this one. This is the Cetus. So this drone here is identical to, I'll put it below the screen, it's identical to the JJRC Bugs 2 SE. Same exact drone. So if you see this drone for a price and you see the Bugs 2 SE for a price, take the one that is the least expensive because they're exactly the same. And I've flown both, and I'll put both video reviews of both drones below so you can check it out. Excellent beginner drone, has brushless motors, good controller, good range, good flight time. The camera is built in. You can't move the camera, but the camera cannot be damaged unless you fly it straight into a mountain rock face or something. But yeah, it's really good overall. Flies in all types of weather. No issues with this drone. Highly recommend it. All right, the next one's a really good drone. This is the Bugs 3 Pro. And, you know, this is a lot like that Holystone drone, you know, with the camera hanging at the bottom. Same idea. So this here Bugs 3 Pro is a GPS drone, brushless motors, extremely powerful. There's a video of me actually flying this with a really heavy GoPro and flying it around and showing you what the image looks like. But the camera that comes with it is a 1080p and it's pretty decent. So you get good quality, good flight time, good range, all the features you'd want in a GPS drone with a return to home, follow me, and all that other good stuff. Overall, really good drone. Excellent drone for beginners. All right, this next drone, all I have is the case it comes in, so let me take it out of the case so I can show it to you. Now you can buy this drone with the case as well. Let me get rid of the case here so you can actually see the drone. So this is the JJRC X5 drone. Here, I'll put it down so you can see it. And it has a camera on it right there. Here, I'll plug in the battery. So with the camera on this drone, you can point it straight or move it all the way down to look straight down when you're flying. Now the JJ Pro X5 drone is the same drone as the JJRC Bugs 5W. Did I write that below? Someplace there. So again, if you see the Bugs 5W or you see this one at a lower price, pick either one. They're exactly the same drone. It's just different naming conventions for different marketing and distribution. So this drone is a really good drone because it flies in all sorts of weather. It has the GPS, it has brushless motors like many of the other ones. It's a great beginner drone because it has a lot of cool features on it, like once again, the follow me's, the orbit me's, all those other great things. And it really flies well, and it's got a nice battery length of time. I think it's like 20 minutes flight time max. And it's got a good range on it, so you can really have a lot of fun and a good controller like many of the other ones. All right, so that's it. There's probably 100 more drones I could show you, but honestly, this video would get too long. I should also mention I have it sitting behind me. This drone here is called the Wolvie. It's another one of these. Let me bring this closer. It's massive in size. The only reason I have it out here is because it's a really good drone for beginners. And it's like those other ones with the camera that hangs below. And they give you a good camera and everything else, except look at how big it is. Look at how small I am. So because of that, and it has brushless motors and everything, it's really well made. And because of that, the price is kind of high. But I'm pretty sure that the price is going to come down below $200. So I'll put a link to that one as well, just in case the price came down below $200, because it was always close to $200 anyways. And if it comes below $200, consider that one. That's a super good drone as well. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know there's many more I could have went through, but I'm trying to keep it short because I just want to send this link to this video to everybody who asked me, what drone should I get in the future? You're all going to come back and watch this video. Now, I have to point out, we are in the month of March, the year 2019. So that means that if you're watching this video in September 2019, or you're watching this video in 2020, there's lots more drones that have come on the market since this time, right? So look for a second video like this. I'll probably have another one out that I'll do it about 6 months from now after I see a pile more drones, and look for that one. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.